I've just finished rebuilding and wide body in my Audi RS6, but now Audi want it back. In the next few days, my RS6 will be shipped halfway across the world to Las Vegas for one of the biggest car shows ever, SEMA. But Audi could put a stop to all of this, and before I find out why, I have some problems that I need to fix.
Oh, whoa, stop. Coolant. Coolant's gone everywhere.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, we shouldn't have ragged it.
No. After we fitted the wheels in the last video at Wheelmania, we had some problems when we left.
Today is not our day with this RS6.
No way. Coolant was leaking out fast, and from somewhere we couldn't see. Do you know what? I wonder if I can get to it with the arch lining out. It looks like the leak was coming from the bottom of the car. I don't know how this has happened. There's a hose clip which is not on the clip, and it's not even one that we've touched. There was a clip which was supposed to be holding on a coolant hose, which was halfway down the hose, not doing its job at all. But luckily, all we needed to do to fix it was to slide the coolant hose back in place and then put the clip in the right position. Then we could fill it back up with coolant, well in this case, water, because we just needed to get home. Done. So the RS6 made it back and it runs, but we're far from where we need to be. So here is our first issue. This tyre here is running really close to the side skirt at the front of the car. And actually to fix this, for once in our lifetime, we've got to lower the car because we think that will give it more clearance at the front. But there's a strange way to lower an RS6. And that is because the RS6 uses air suspension as standard. You can see on the front here where there'd usually be a spring, there's an airbag, and on the back there's a damper separate to the airbag. But I am going to be keeping this suspension thanks to this little thing right here. These plastic drop links are on the four corners of the car, and these tell the computer how high or how low each corner is. If one side's too high, then it decreases the air in the bag on that side to bring it level with the rest of the car. But if we shorten one of these drop links, it'll almost trick the car to thinking it's at ride height, even though the wheel will be further up in the arch. And I'm going to be doing that by installing these adjustable drop links, which were only £60 off eBay. These drop links now are going to trick the car when it's sitting lower to think it's at its normal ride height. Hopefully that makes sense. Now we're going to find out what it sits like. Yo, I might have got a bit too low. I'm on the floor this side. It was obvious I may have adjusted it slightly too much on the rear, so he sent the car back in the air to do a few more adjustments. Woo! You don't know how long that took. We ended up lowering the front. This is the new ride height. So the front is pretty low, to be fair, and then the back is about bob on now, but look at the clearance we've got here. I did take it out and actually rubbed a little bit of the tyre right in, but I'm sure that'll come up. But yeah, we've got a lot more clearance on the front. That is a lot better now, yeah?
Success.
Is it even a build if you don't put an exhaust on it?
Can you feel it?
Already fitted to the car is a catback Miltech exhaust, which there's nothing wrong with. But you'll see later in the video while we're doing some exhaust modifications. We need maximum power out of this thing. So we're going to be swapping out the Miltech exhaust for a brand new Scorpion exhaust. With a little surprise. The valves aren't plugged in.
Huh.
Oh, I think I found why it's not plugged in.
Oh my god, wow.
Melted. That's something else that we're going to have to fix now. But we can do that once the exhaust is off. All we've got to do now is disconnect the exhaust from the downpipes. And with that done, we should be able to lower the full exhaust system complete away from the car.
That will get a job at that well-known exhaust place anytime.
Oh, and the valves. Wow!
My son wants me to get that to fit in there when it's not the proper one.
And whilst he's doing that, I'm gonna do some more work on this, because although we've got the exhaust off, that's not what's going to give us the maximum power. It's going to give us more power, but we want maximum power. And to do that, we need downpipes. So the downpipes are connected to the turbo here, and it's the first bit of the exhaust really, and that is what's restricting most of the power, because they have catalytic converters in there. So we're going to put sports cats in them. Any restriction this far up in the exhaust system is not great when you're trying to make the most power out of a car. So right now I'm undoing the bolts which hold the downpipes to the turbos. And meanwhile my dad's fixed the plug which opens and closes the valves for the exhaust. These downpipes must have got put on the engine and the engine lifted up from underneath, because look at this. There's no way to get them out. We've got to try and remove this, but I'm not quite sure how this actually removes, unless we drop the engine down a bit. It gives a bit more room, but still probably not enough. But this is a bit silly. On top of the heat shield and the cover was like an electrical connection box. So we had to undo some of the wires on that, remove them out the way, and once we've got that undone, we should be able to move the heat shield out the way. Yeah! Woo! This gave us a little bit more room to pull out the downpipes on the back of the car. Yeah! 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 So essentially this is like removing a potato from the exhaust. So here's the restriction.
That's the potato.
Yeah, and then this one's got no potato. So now we're going to put these ones in. Thanks so much to MTC Motorsport. Links in the description. Let's hope these are easier to fit than those were easier to take off. Hey, these don't have the tab on them. Oh yeah, they do. Let's go. Let's pull it. Putting the downpipes on was a lot easier than taking them off. They slotted in a lot easier. And with them in, we just had to put all the trims and everything back in place. Look how cool they look. Last thing to go on was the engine cover, and now it's time to get the new exhaust out. Here we go, new and old. The icing on the cake, check out these bad boys. More carbon. The black tips, which I think are probably meant to be chrome, but they've gone black, are now going to be replaced with dry carbon. How do we feel about that?
It's different, but I don't mind it.
Yeah, I think it's quite cool. Right, let's replace these, get the whole exhaust on, and hear noises. The standard exhaust tips are bolted to the rear diffuser, and the bolts were pretty rusty, so it took a little bit more work than I thought to get these off. But I think it'll be worth it. Thank you. Now on screen now is the car vertical check for this Audi RS6, which of course I did before pulling the trigger and bidding on this car. The report is pretty clean and everything checks out. It's never been stolen, it's never had any mileage fraud, and there's no outstanding finance on the car. But of course, it's flagging up that it's been damaged. So we have an issue with this. These are the springs out of the Miltech one, and they're meant to go in the valve and open, close the valve. The motor sits on the top, but this spring is for a Miltech exhaust, not for a Scorpion, and the Scorpion one's meant to work off the OEM spring, and we don't have the OEM spring. So when we go to Audi later in the video, we should probably pick one of these up, but for now, we're gonna have to just open the valve so there's constant flow going, and just tape it in place, and then later on we will sort this. But that's quite annoying, but it is what it is. We didn't have the right spring because Miltech decided to be weird. Going back to the car vertical report, it even shows me that the car was categorised as a category S. And this is something I can never remove from the report, which obviously can affect the resale value. Another thing that's pretty handy, I can see a full timeline of the car. Every time it's failed an MOT or passed an MOT check. And every time an ownership's been changed. And if the car you're checking out was auctioned off at a car crash auction website, it's likely it will show you the photos of when it was auctioned off, just like this Range Rover. So if you're smart, unlike me, then you'll be checking out a car before you buy it using Car Vertical with the link in the description. And if you're even smarter, you'll use the code MAT for discount on that check as well. Thanks, Car Vertical. Now we've got to put the rest of the exhaust on. We're just checking whether we can get to all the nuts and bolts.
Oh, you can easy up here, look.
Yeah?
Yeah, no problems. I can get my fingers on all three at once.
To fit the exhaust, we do the same thing but in reverse. But this time we're doing it in sections. The front part of the exhaust went on, and then on goes the middle section of the exhaust, but first we need the OEM hangers off. We need to line everything up, and then bolt in the hangers to the chassis of the car. And finally, it's the back piece of the exhaust which connects to both back boxes each side. I'm not sure how different the sound's going to be with this Scorpion exhaust, but I know with the downpipes, it's probably going to make it a lot louder. But let's find out. Ready?
Am I going straight to red line?
No, 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 no. Oh my god. It is pretty loud. That is well loud. Yeah, it's coming up. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's better. It's come off cold start. That was well loud on cold start.
At least your neighbours are like, yeah?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds sick.
I like that.
Yeah, that sounds good. It doesn't like split my ears open.
Yeah, that bit does.
It sounds actually really good. It's the first time I feel like I've not ruined it. It's going to be well loud on the dyno though.
That sounds nuts.
Speaking of dynos. So now the RS6 has downpipes installed, but we need to tell the ECU that it has them installed. So I'm bringing the car to Mallory Performance to have it tuned, and we can see what power we can make out of this thing.
This is the widest I've strapped on here.
The widest you strapped on here?
After 2.5 years. Wow.
It's only just gone on.
How much brake horsepower do you think it's going to make?
Well, stock 550. I think. Is it ambitious to get to 700? I don't know. Maybe it'll get to 700. I don't
It
know.
is quite warm though.
Oh yeah, it's like 30 degrees. Oh my god. So inside here it's 28 degrees Celsius. That's not so good for tuning.
How does the heat affect the tuning?
So the air is less dense. So when the air's hot, there's less air. Whereas when the air's cold, it's more dense, so we can get more air in, which means more fuel and more power. But because it's hot, there's less of it. And look at the humidity. Wow. It's humid as well, so it's not great, but we'll see what we can get. We'll do a stock run first. Where's Phil? 140 red line. Look, your car is got to be hot now.
Red line's gonna be on.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't rev much. And the first figures were in at 643 horsepower and 979 Newton meters of torque. This car ain't slow to start with, so if you improve that on a hot day as well, oh my god, this is going to be insanely fast.
28 degrees.
Let's, well, Phil, now it's your time.
Now I've got to do my bit, you know.
He has. It didn't take long till Phil had tuned the car and we're back in. Here we go. Will it get as far as 700? I don't know if it will in this heat. I don't know if it will. It's so loud. Oh my god, that is so loud. And we have the final figures. There we go, 691 horsepower with 960 Newton meters of torque, We are at 25 degrees in here, so we think it should be over 700 brake in the cool. Well done, Phil. So overall, the car made an extra 141 horsepower more than standard and an extra 216 Newton meters of torque. Phil did take out a bit of the low range torque because the RS6 are known for snapping drive shafts. Here we go, first time driving 700 brake horsepower worth of RS6 with a new exhaust as well. Let's hope this goes better than the first time. And the thing is, now we're heading straight to Audi, and I really don't think they're going to be happy with what we've done to the car, and we probably shouldn't have done it as well. Right, let's open it up.
That feels so much faster.
That's good.
That feels so good. Oh my god, that is so loud.
Now it looks.
Yeah.
It looks how.
It sounds how it looks.
That's right. That's correct. It sounds like it needs to. It looks like a monster. It sounds like a monster. But now we head to Audi, where before all of this, a technician called me and told me if I'm thinking of taking the car to America, I need to bring it into Audi first, because there's potentially something that's dangerous on this car. We've arrived at Audi, and for some reason I don't think we're going to be very popular here, although we might be. They might really like it.
They're going to hate it.
We've been called in and we need to know exactly what for. Very good. How are we, guys? So we've told everyone that my car needs to come back to Audi for something.
Yes.
And you're kind of going to explain why exactly.
So on the Audi RS6 with the V8 engine, same as the RS7s and the S8s, they've got a little oil strainer for the turbo, literally about that big, is behind you there, so I'll show you in a second.
Yeah.
And basically what can happen is that one on the car is a little bit too small, so all the bits get blocked, and then that obviously gets blocked up, no oil can go through, turbo starve. When the turbo starve, boom.
New turbo or new engine, or so
anyway,
it's pretty bad.
It's bad.
Still quite.
But it's literally that big.
Right.
But you've got to take the whole inner of the V out, everything. And
Oh, so a lot's got to come off. So my car's a little bit different to a normal Audi RS6 as well. So before you do this work, I think you guys should probably have a look at it, and yeah, we'll see what you have to take off to do this, if that's all good.
Yeah, go on, then.
Wicked. The RS6's turbos have been known to fail, and sometimes also causing the engine to fail. And this is all because of oil starvation. This happens so much, Audi put out a recall for the RS6. Underneath the turbos, there's an oil strainer which filters the oil going to the turbos. On the standard one, it was getting blocked up with old oil and sometimes carbon deposits. So Audi now have redesigned an oil strainer to allow a better flow of oil to the turbos without it getting blocked up. But this is quite a lot of work to change. And Audi will do this free of charge. But I was worried that they'd have to take off the body kit, so I wanted them to see the car first.
That ain't gonna fit in it.
What do you think?
It is, wow, it's nice, it's really good.
Have you had a car like this come here
Massive.
before?
Nah.
No?
Not like that.
Ah, one of a kind.
Now surprisingly, most of the guys at Audi love the car.
Mate, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
But I wanted to find out whether they needed to remove the body kit to fit this oil strainer.
So it'll be under there, and then you'll have to do that. You have to take the charge air cooler off, you've got to take these off, all these pipes that connect to the turbos, all these hoses will have to come off.
Oh my
And
God.
then the front bumper has to come off to take that off, because it pulls off that way. There.
Really?
But,
So you just mentioned that the front bumper's got to come off,
yeah, basically.
which would mean that probably part of the body kit would have to come off as well.
Yeah.
Is this something that you would touch? Would you still work on it like this?
I think it will depend on which dealership as well.
Right, okay, yeah.
Sometimes they make you sign a waiver, because if we take something off and we might not be able to put the body kit back on, but we can put the bumper on.
Yeah,
'Cause with
yeah.
child seats, if we take them off, we're not allowed to put them back on.
Right, I see. Oh yeah, that makes
Has to be
that makes sense. Yeah. So
yeah.
if it falls off, then I can't
Blame you.
blame you. Okay, that makes perfect sense. But this car is going to America next week, so I'm not discriminating Audi. I think they're perfectly capable of taking this kit off. Thing is, I fitted it and I fitted it my way, and they are probably going to absolutely tear me to pieces for the way I fitted it. So I feel like, are we allowed to buy the gauze kit and do it ourselves?
Yeah, of course. As long it won't be registered that it's been done, obviously, but you'll have your own proof that you've done it. You've got
A video.
in it. Yeah, there'll be no proof, but it will be done. It will be hopefully safe.
Well, we'll get the part then, and we'll fit it. Anything else whilst we're here? There was something else. As we're going to be driving from California to Las Vegas, it's going to be pretty hot. So I wanted to make sure that our aircon gas was fully topped up. So the lads got onto it there, whilst I went back to the reception and bought the full kit with all the seals to do the recall job myself. Go. And with the aircon gassed, it's time for us to head back to the unit. Well, the lads at Audi were surprisingly welcoming to the widebody RS6, and a lot of people liked it, but we've got still so much more to fit to it and fix before we go to America. This is quite a vital part. We don't want the turbos going, we don't want the engine going, especially now it's 700 brake. But I guess we'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed this one, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Work. That does not work. That does not work. I reckon it lied. You were probably telling the truth all along, cause that does not work.
Like a drug that I just can't deny.